Um, Hello. This is, I guess, just a random talking video. I think I am still gonna release a full video on this on the actual main channel, but I want to talk about it a bit here, a bit more less saturated and um friggin' whatever the hell you want to call it. So, basically, what's been happening over the past few months, and why is the profile picture of this channel now what the profile picture of this channel is? Well, essentially, I've just been working on stuff. Essentially, I was just taking what was told or what like the main criticisms of the old channel and just like when okay, bam, here you go. That's essentially what I did. Um, or tried to my best to do because he's human. Human is not perfect, and there's gonna be some issues that slip through the cracks. But in the end, that's a given. That's always gonna happen. But yeah. So why did I change the name? It's essentially just because there's a different 5,008 Creations has like a it's it got popular enough that it had a kind of reputation, if you want to say, which was essentially like it was comedic and laid back and not really that serious. And as much as that's cool and all, I like how do I say this? As much as that whole thing is good, it doesn't exactly help when you're trying to make actually serious videos. So I was like, okay, if I'm going to revamp my content style in a way that will make it so the era of the channel will just not make any more sense, I'll just rename it and I'll do something with the old 5008 name that makes it so it doesn't disappear. Because I understand a reputation, okay? I understand when a name is iconic, and the 5008 name definitely had a bit of iconicness to it, so I'm not going to make that just go away. Um, so I at first wasn't gonna have it be the name of the channel, but then I was like, why am I making a channel called LA Productions Rail if it's just gonna be the two shows that are on 5008 Creation? So I was like, you know what? Sure, we'll make the L8 Rail channel that's had nothing on it and has never had anything on it. 5008 Creations, and that's just where we're gonna upload all of the story-based rail content and the 5008 show and other related stuff like that. Because there we go, that's one of the points I wanted to say. The fan bases, or the fan base of 5008 Creations was like split directly in two. You had the people who were there for the more informational content, and then you had the people who were there for the more laid back and like crazy and eccentric content. And then you had people who cared about good info, people who didn't care about good info. And trying to balance both of those on one channel is a lot harder than you think it is. So it makes things a lot easier on me with writing if I can just split the two channels into two and not have to deal with trying to cater to two audiences anymore, because one audience is just going to go to one channel, the other audience is going to go to the other. I can cater to both as strongly as I want without worrying about losing the other. Now they have their own thing, so it makes things a lot easier on me. It makes things a lot easier on people who want something, and for people who want both, they can watch both. So it's a win-win situation in my opinion, and I'm keeping it like that because it's good. Same reason why, because way back when I started my YouTube career of sorts, I had every one of my interests on one channel, and I realized that wasn't going to work, so I split off my channels into rail based, roller coaster based, and just whatever the hell else I wanted to make. And that's why I initially had just the two channels, 5008 and Ray 26, formerly Ray the Coaster Critic, because I was like, these two absolutely aren't going to work. But as time goes on, I learned more that if you're gonna have a channel, you're gonna have to make it a very specific, or if you're gonna have a channel and you're gonna make content that caters to a specific audience, you can't include other content in that channel, because then that specific audience, they don't get what they're expecting from your channel. And then those extra videos, they either do really well and then completely shift off the direction of your channel, or you end up getting like, or they end up like just like leaving your channel because they don't like this new content. So a pretty sticky situation, if you will. This is about the best, because I've had months to think about this. This is about the best I can go about this from my perspective. And yeah, that's about it. And other things. Oh yeah, the information on the new channel on White, not 5008, on Whitestone's Rail is going to be refined and stuff, and I'm gonna actually link all of the sources into the description, and I'm going to include in the thumbnails to tell people that the content is not only AI free, to make sure that people don't think it's another one of those stupid slop AI channels, but also that it has sources links. So as soon as they click on the video, they know, hey, if I think this is a bit off, I can go into the description, find the information. If it's not there, then I can yell at the man. But if it is there, then yippee, we have clarity. And if I get something wrong, then they can say it in the comment section, just saying like, if you check the information, it doesn't say this, it says something different. Perfect. And I'm gonna clearly state in the comments, or at least I intend to, hopefully I remember to do that, that if there's something wrong with the video, tell me and I'll mention it. So that way everything's clear and everything's based and stuff, because that's one of the main things. The old 5008 channel, it's really because, okay, it had a lot of criticisms, but its main one was information. That was the only objective one, because sure, like, okay, yeah, sure, the comedy and the show was childish, but like, that's just, I just like that. Like, I don't think people realize that I am just a weird guy. Like, I don't think people get that. Like, I find stupid stuff funny, and I find just being eccentric and insane funny. I just think I like that. I like that kind of stuff. I watch Scott the Woz and Game Grumps and stuff. I find that kind of stuff funny. So it's like, why would you expect me to do anything different? I don't know. If you don't like the content, leave. If you feel like the fans of it are getting too intense, well, I don't know what to tell you. They're just gonna be like that. If I like making the content and they like watching it, then that's your problem to deal with. I don't have anything to do with that or I can't fix that problem. If you don't like the fans of my channel, I don't know what to tell you. Like, okay, you don't like them. Try to avoid them. You can't avoid them. Well, suck it up, Buttercup. That's about it. Yeah. Anyway, what else? God, I got holy sidetrack. What was I talking about? This is what happens when I'm out of script. This is why I stopped doing non-scripted videos, because I ended up losing myself and it ended up saying everything incorrect. Oh, and misinformation. So yeah, that was the only objective thing wrong with my channel, was the misinformation, because I would be lazy and I wouldn't check stuff and I'd be like, oh, this sounds about right, and then boom, upload. That was my main problem, and I will admit, yes, that was absolutely a problem, and I needed to fix that, and I did not try hard enough to fix that when I had the chance to. And this is basically me going, sure, fine, I'll fix it, and I actually fixed it this time, or fix it to the best of my ability, because be realistic, people. There is no way I'm going to have a completely 100% track record with, like, information. There's always, everyone has, anyone who's made rail content or anyone who's made informational content has had that moment where something slipped through the cracks, and you know what? It's fine. We move on. That's about it. So it's like, because I guarantee you, there's gonna be someone in one of the new videos who's gonna like deconstruct everything about the video just to find something I got like minorly wrong. Like, brother, if I don't get, if the point gets across and there's nothing informationally wrong about the point, who the hell cares? Like, who cares? Sure, like, sure, if I like, oh, I was talking about like this place when I accidentally said this place that's the same name in a different state. Sure, I can get it if you want to point that out. But it's like, if I accidentally, like, what's a good example? If I accidentally say like, what was it? There was one a while ago. It was the, oh, I it was the freaking, when I accidentally said Jivo instead of a, like, well, I forget the locomotive it was, the one that covered the Rotoms. And it was like, dude, okay, I got the locomotive wrong. Does it change the point I'm trying to make? No, I just got it wrong. Move on with your life. It's okay. You ain't gotta be all uptight like that. It's okay, buddy. Just calm down, move on. And as you can see now, we fixed that, or I fixed that, or we fixed that, and we're trying to fix that. That's what it is. It's okay. Anyway, yeah, so that was my main goal. Fix the misinformation videos, get a more general style of recording, like, you know, segment videos properly, get a more consistent editing style, and get a bit better at categorizing and figuring out like this is what we're gonna do for sure, so that things don't get too messy. I have always been kind of bad at keeping content like for sure like this is what you can expect from this channel, but knowing the whole issue with the split fan base I had before, hopefully I'll take better care at making sure that issue doesn't happen again by keeping the content on Whitestone's rail extremely consistent and the content on the 5008 channel really consistent. Did I mention the 5008 channel? Yes, I did mention the 5008 channel. Perfect. Oh yeah, I can talk more about the 5008 channel though. So on the 5008 channel, 5008 Creations, the new one, that will exclusively be State Cross, the 5008 show, a rebooted version, and what's it's gonna be? Friggin' blah, 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 blah. Sorry, someone texted me just then and it threw me the hell off. Oh, yeah. So 5008 Creations will have State Cross, the 5008 show, and I think I'm going to have like a 5008 mini series where it's like short videos to upload onto Instagram and YouTube Shorts, which will essentially just be little skits of the 5008 show. They won't actually be a part of an episode, but they will be like, you know, freaking God, I can't think straight right now. They will be like in a similar style to it. God, that's something I should mention. I got ADHD medications recently, and they have been doing one good job at making me more productive. I would say this much, Whitestone's Rail would not be coming back in March if I didn't finally get off my butt and get the ADHD medications, because I can actually think straight whenever I'm on them. The issue is they wear off within a few hours, so I need to get a booster medication so that way I can take one in the morning, one in the afternoon. That way I can stay productive the entire day, and that will absolutely boost my workload, because I have a lot of things I want to do. Problem is, I'm never focused or concentrated or blah, blah, blah enough to actually do them. So now I finally have the power to do them, so things are going to get really cool, hopefully, if I can get around to doing them. But, yeah, is that everything I wanted to mention in this video? Whitestone, 5008, new stuff, yeah. Yeah, okay. Let me look on the script I wrote, if this is a basic... Oh yeah, this channel. So this channel is basically going to be kind of stuff like this. It's just going to be whatever I feel like uploading, because this is more of a personal channel. If you go to the account under the same name on Instagram, that is my personal account. So this is quite literally just me. This is me being completely unfiltered, uncensored, yada yada. Because surprise, surprise, that wasn't me on Whitestones or 5008 Creations or anything. That's not me. It's me kinda, like, in the live streams that was me. But like in the 5008 show, no, I don't actually hate MP36s. That was just me intensifying my opinion that I thought they were mid because I thought it was funny. I realized I could have made a really good point about how stupid it is that some rail fans just hate locomotives to hate locomotives and get really annoying about it, and I could have turned that around and made that like a really good point about it's just a metal box people, but no, I hadn't watched enough South Park by then to realize that. But yeah, so yeah, that's the last point I want to make. The me you see in the 5008 show and the me you see on Whitestone's Rail, that's not me. I have really, really mild opinions on everything in rail fanning. My favorite locomotive is actually the F59 PHI. The Charger, the reason why I've always said that's my favorite locomotive is because I just feel, it's like I feel some weird like pity for it, kind of, and also because it's the most modern widespread locomotive, so it pisses me the hell off to see when people are just hating on it for no reason, to just say, "Oh, it's modern." Like, no, that's stupid. Don't. It's like, come on, people. This is about the best we're gonna get, so deal with it, suck it up, and continue on, okay? This is about the best we're gonna get until someone decides they want to make something better. You want to you want to pester someone to make something better? Go right ahead. But until that happens, this is what we're stuck with, so deal with it. That's essentially what I was trying to get across. And I was trying to justify that by making a bunch of dumb videos where I didn't realize that the charger issues were never really even that bad. Like, if you look at just a random day where a charger broke down, you gotta realize that's one train in a day where hundreds of others were operating perfectly fine. Or like maybe two or three, but that's still, it's minuscule in the grand scheme of things. Amtrak's just less, like, the trains on Amtrak are just a tad bit more likely to break down now than they were before. If you get on an Amtrak train right now, like 9 times out of 10 you're not going to break down. You're going to be fine. Everyone's screaming, burning their heads off about like, "Oh my god, everything's going to crap." No it isn't. No it isn't. Shut the hell up. No it isn't. Like I will admit I was like that before because I gave into it. I was like, "Oh my god, things are." No they're not. No they're not. Everything's okay. It's just Siemens made a locomotive, didn't know how to make a cheap locomotive properly, and so everything's going to crap. But like it's not the fault of Amtrak maintenance people. It's not the fault of Amtrak themselves. It's the fault of Siemens for not making a good cheap locomotive. And it's the fault of the federal government for not knowing how the hell to fund Amtrak enough to make them so they don't have to get a cheap locomotive. That's why. And even still, the issues with the Chargers, as I said before, they're not even that bad. It's like maybe like once a week one will like break down or something, and then it'll be fine. Like it'll be okay. Life goes on. The service continues. It's not that bad. Amtrak is not in immense peril. Even though, yes, things are getting kind of tight with like equipment shortages and stuff. That's about the biggest issue there. And even still, if you ride an Amtrak train right now, chances are you'll have no issues. Maybe you'll arrive a bit late because of a slow order or a freight train delay, but in terms of equipment issues, you're fine. That was uh crazy tangent. Holy crap. I was supposed to be ending off the video and I went on a complete tangent there. But yeah, basically, yeah, that's about it. This may have told you guys a bunch of stuff that you probably didn't know because I never said it. I don't know why I never said it. I probably should have said it. But yeah, please take this with whatever you want, and yeah, goodbye.